friends, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Fort Worth Roots. You can find Fort Worth Roots on all of your favorite streaming services, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Pandora, and many more. You can find us on all social media platforms as Fort Worth Roots, and we are on YouTube with videos with most of our episodes, including this one that you're going to listen to here today. We talk more about upcoming events and our sponsors at the end of the episode. Real quick, this episode is sponsored by Roofing Solutions by Darren Houck. You can get them online at roofingsolutionsHouck.com or call them at 817-882-6520. Tell them that you heard about them on the Fort Worth Roots podcast, and you'll get 50% off a roofing tune-up. More information about that at the end of the show and in the show notes for this episode. And a huge thank you to everyone that made it out Saturday for our big annual event benefiting Cook Children's Hospital. We drew triple-digit temperatures out of the weather lottery this year. We actually scheduled it a week later than last year, hoping for cooler temperatures, and we didn't get that. So thank you to everybody that was out there with us in that heat, all of our vendors, the staff there at Pouring Glory that just went above and beyond to make sure that the event went off the way we were hoping it would. Shout out to Panther Island Brewing for being out there and serving up some delicious beers. I was a big fan of their IPA. They had two on tap, and I couldn't tell you what the other one was, but the IPA was incredible. So if you ever got a chance to stop by Panther Island Brewing and check that out, do so. And a big shout out to our bands, Itchy Richie and the Burning Sensation, Cassandra May Laurence, Late to the Station, and Jaybirds. And a big shout out to Alan Jonas with Kitos Creative, LLC. Their email is alan@kitoscreative.com. That's KETOS creative.com. And you can get them online, ketoscreative.com. They had the entire sound system rigged up for us. It sounded amazing. Everybody was really impressed. And every once in a while, I'd try to jump on my tiny little PA after they'd got done singing on stage, and you could tell a staggering difference between the quality of sound between my $100 personal PA system and their really badass full stage system. So thanks, Alan. Appreciate that. Hope to do some work with you in the future. It was a great event. Thank you to everybody that came out, got one of our goodie bags, signed up for our Nicole Dawson list to get a free quote, no purchase necessary, which is going to help us raise $10 per person that came in the door. We'll have some final numbers, probably hopefully within the next week, on how much we raised for Cook Children's Hospital. But just one more time, thank you very much if you came out for even a minute to spend some time with us. A lot of really close friends and excellent Fort Worth celebrities joined us for this event, and we really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Today's episode happened out at Tulips. It's where we did the recording. We were invited out there by Octavio, a.k.a. Tavo the Trill, to be part of the Amplify 817 hip-hop event, and we got to sit down with Octavio, and you should check out that recording from last week. And since we were out there doing that, we thought we'd invite another excellent local hip-hop artist that we've been trying to sit down with for a very long time. You can find him on Instagram as it's Ernie _ and his partner that sat down with us for this recording at Roane Music, Roane Music on Instagram, and that will be in the show notes. Thank y'all for being here, and please give it up for our friends, It's Ernie and Roane, and let's start the show. All right, we're live from Tulips.
Yo.
We got a thing going on here today. Gentlemen, if you will say your names so I don't screw these up on the on the edits later. I need your last name, really, is what it goes with.
Yo, it's Ernie.
You don't have any last name, do you? We don't talk about that.
Yeah, it's just Ernie.
We don't talk about
it's
that.
Ernie.
It's
Right,
the first.
Next up.
Then Ernie. I'm Roane.
Roane. No last name, Roane?
Roane. Roane.
That's how it's going to show up in the show notes,
Roane.
Yeah.
Roane Music.
So light here.
We're trying to get like Kobe and Shaq, so you know.
Beyonce.
Before we click the go button, we were talking about how active you are, Ernie, on social media.
Yeah.
Well, do you have a job? Do you have a regular job?
I do, but I'm gonna quit it very soon.
Nice. I feel like you could probably do that.
Yeah.
With the amount of attention I've seen on your social media feeds, and that's the reason I bring it up, because you're so active.
Yeah.
And I don't know that anybody in Fort Worth all of our social media influencers, our musicians, our artists, you are probably at the top of the game on the social media thing.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I post a lot, and it's great to see because, I mean, the amount of followers, I mean, we'll talk about, like, the followers I'm seeing, the people I'm interacting with. It's really cool.
Is it TikTok where I know you're doing it probably cross-platform.
Yeah.
But the sickest beats I've ever heard?
Crazy bars I've heard.
Yeah, okay. Is that probably where you got the most traction? Because those are the videos that I noticed first.
Yeah. I think, I mean, my music still gets a good amount of plays, but Crazy Bars I've Heard, that series has gone viral multiple times. Instagram, I've hit 1 million views on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, so that's cool. And then, like, every app is a different demographic and a different level of fan, so, like, that's really cool. Like, I think TikTok, I have almost 160,000 followers, but the Instagram's at over, like, I think we're like 136, and there's, like, some really cool people that follow that. Like, I have, like, a dope starting 5 at this point. I got Shaq, Paul Pierce, Baron Davis, Markeith Morris, and Aaron Gordon.
Have you talked to him?
I've DM'd Sway in the morning.
Yeah.
And I've DM'd a couple of them, like, hey, like, what's going on? But they're, like, interacting, comments, liking stuff. Like, there's some cool people that like the videos. So, like, when a video hits 1 million views, like, you'll see, like, some really cool people. Like, even actors too. Like, Anthony Anderson just followed me.
Yeah.
God, what's the guy from
Jesse
Grey's
Williams.
Anatomy? Jesse Williams. I told my mom that. She was like, ooh.
How crazy is that?
Yeah, it's cool. And then, like, yeah, me and Sway in the morning, we've gone back and forth. So I definitely I'm gonna pull up on him one day.
So is that the move? Like, whenever you see these big A-list celebrities hitting you up on or following you,
yeah.
Do you immediately try to reach out to them?
Not immediately, but it's, like, cool to, like, build a relationship or see, like, you know, or just, like, see, like, oh, okay, this person's interacting with me, or, like, this person's liking the stuff, or, like, oh, Chris Webber's gonna comment, like, hey, thanks, legend. Like,
that shows some reserve too, because it's probably the better move. You don't want to be like immediately hitting them up. Oh, I saw you followed me. What's up?
Yeah.
I got 1,000 questions for you.
I know. And I think there's, like, I was telling someone, they're like, man, like, bro, so you're going to meet all these people and just fanboy? And I was like, no. And they're like, huh? And I'm like, I want to work with them professionally and, like, make that connection. So 100%. I can't just be like, oh, like, they're all people. Like, we're all people. I mean, they're famous and successful, whatever. But, like, if I want to be that one day, I have to act like that. And I can't be like, hey, Shaq, I want an autograph. It's like, hey, Shaq, like, you got a show, man. I'll help you with some promo. Let me pull up. You're in Fort Worth September 16th. What's up?
There's some people listening right now. They have not met Fort Worth Ernie ever.
Yeah.
And they need to know that you're more than a social media influencer. The first time I met you was in Jordan's kitchen.
Yeah.
I think for her birthday.
Yeah.
And somebody was like, yo, Ernie, just freestyle.
Yeah.
And then you did. And I was like, who is this guy? Like, that was pretty wild. Anyway, you're very talented.
Thank you.
Your music is excellent, and not only the social media aspect of it, you being incredibly talented, but you're extremely active inside the Fort Worth music community. You're always playing a show. Yeah,
we just had a show in Denton last night. First time up there. That was really cool. Ernie Day was about 3 weeks ago. I mean, we had 80, 90 people show up to Cicada, which just replaced Mass, and it was great to grab rappers from Fort Worth and put on for Fort Worth and just really, like, have a great show. Like, we had Festepco, J Diggs of Prodigy, Kai Woods, and Dank 817, Tropicana, D-Lo. I mean, it was a great show.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good chatter about it. Cicada is awesome.
Yeah.
Glad that's the venue that you guys chose, because it seems like that might be the first hip-hop show that's been at Cicada.
Man, that's a good question, but I mean, I definitely want to do more stuff there, and they want to be a venue in the city, you know, and I definitely want to support that, and I love collaborating with people, because when, like, one of us wins, we all win.
Mm-hmm. Whose idea was it to use Cicada?
I think this man's Roane idea, actually.
Hello there,
manager.
The mysterious man in the middle. So how do you fall into all this?
So I'm kind of the I guess you can call me like the Scottie Pippen to his Jordan, and the Phil Jackson to his Jordan, as much as I can. You know, whatever he needs. I'm his manager, his audio engineer, occasionally his producer, stage hype man, DJ, feature artist. You know, whatever's really needed.
You ever pick him up food on the way to a show?
Nah, I ain't like that.
Not quite like that.
He grabs the Pedialyte sometimes.
I do grab I grab the Pedialyte. I get the Dasani on occasion. You know, I fill out the writer, but no, I've been
looking
working
out for a friend right there, grabbing the Pedialyte.
Yeah, you know.
I've been working for about 2 years now? 2.5 years?
Yeah.
We've been making music together?
2 years for sure.
Yeah.
So you've got your own thing going on.
In a sense, yeah. So I'm a talent manager through Trend Music, and so I have a couple artists that I manage as well. So
is this the Blake that works Trend?
No. So this is
another Blake.
Yeah. So this
Good
is the Blake.
Lord, why
Yeah.
are there so many Blakes?
It's Blake.
That must be the name.
It is the name.
Changing my name to Blake tomorrow.
But no, so Blake owns the Trend Media. The Blake at Tulips is the sound engineer for Tulips, the best sound engineer in the city, by the way.
So
as far as when it comes to live shows. And whatnot.
Amanda Victoria. Then do you work with her?
Yes.
I actually worked with her. I've been trying to work with her for 2 years. I actually finally worked with her for the first time at Trend Camp because you don't have a choice. You're in the middle of Missouri. And
Is that where you crazy asses are jumping off of cliffs?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the place.
Ernie, were you there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You
So you
gotta
were-
hit that cliff
okay.
dive.
Right.
It's like a rite of passage at Trend. It's like, man, you gotta. Oh, it's scary. Everything in life is scary. Face your fears. Jump.
Exactly.
Nobody broke a butthole or.
Nah.
That's a thing, by the way.
Nah.
I believe it.
Yeah. I don't experience it, but I believe it.
Got to watch out for those receding water lines. I worked last summer. I don't know why everybody's butthole's bleeding this year.
But I remember. I think
Jump out.
Yeah.
I think we went 2 years ago, and then like the next year I went through. I was like, this is a little higher up than we remember it being in it.
That's what happens. That's what
You
happens.
still got to jump. Don't be afraid.
Especially in this heat. Especially in this heat.
Thank God it wasn't that hot up there, but you come back down, Lord.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What do you got popping off now here in the near future? You got any singles coming out? Any new albums?
Yeah, we got a special project on the way. It's going to drop in September. That'll be a surprise. Well, if you listen to this, you now know it's here. And then we got some shows getting set up, some singles worked on, and I think next year me and Roane are really going to lock in and get a full-length project out and just continue to grow and build and collaborate. I'm trying to work with a lot of content creators. I got some features by some big artists in Fort Worth that'll come. So
Any name drops?
I can't name drop them.
Come on, Ernie. It's the
But-
Fort Worth roots,
Hey,
brother.
well, Lou Charles was at Ernie Day.
We got one. We got one.
We'll see what happens. But yeah, we definitely got some more stuff on the way too.
You let Lou Charles know we're trying to get him on the show. We've been trying for a while.
Bet.
About as long as we've been trying to get Ernie on the show.
Busy people.
Yeah.
Busy people.
Yes, I know. We're all busy. That's what it takes.
Yeah.
I guess. And there's so much going on here in the city of Fort Worth. Different venue every single night of the week, and it's impossible to keep up.
Yeah, and like the planning, like I feel like that really exponentially grows because I have shows I'm trying to book next year. Like a year ago, I never think like, oh, I have a show 6 months in advance or things like that. But it's like, no, yep, I'm trying to book this, like this Dallas, Atlanta, like okay, back home in Detroit, like oh, we're working on it. So it's exciting, but the grind does not stop.
What do you guys think we're going to see here tonight?
Oh, great show.
Great show.
Yeah.
Great show.
Anything original?
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be some original content coming out tonight.
Oh yeah,
Most definitely.
Yeah, Tavo's dope. Dank, Eric Evans, Brewed Up Joe, all dope artists.
We've had Tavo. We've had JOE. Who was the third one you mentioned?
Dank.
We've had Dank. Actually, I sat down with Dank last night at Tales from the Fort podcast.
Nice.
Unfortunately, 3 hours of conversation was lost.
Oh no.
Doesn't that hurt your soul? Like, you
Whoa.
get that. You know how bad that hurts.
Yeah. All right.
We've all had it happen. Jared, it's okay, buddy. But Dank said I got it on good authority that Dank will be here tonight, hopefully.
Yeah.
So, good deal.
It's also
Yeah.
why you record 3 spots, 3 spaces. As an engineer, record it 3 times.
Tell me what that means.
So basically, if you're recording it, if you have one, you record one through the mic, you record one through another camera, and then you have one through a backup one just in case.
But if you only got the money for that one funky ass piece of equipment,
Dang.
You're right.
because I promise you that onboard microphone on that GoPro is dog shit.
That's
You
true.
can't use that audio.
I don't know, man. I'm nice with an EQ.
Are you?
I'm real
Yeah.
nice.
Dang, you sound like you know.
You think you could master an EQ off of a GoPro?
Dude, I used to mix phone vocals from people recording the phone up to YouTube beats on their laptop.
I'm gonna need your number because the next time I listen, I've had some awesome interviews that got lost due to like equipment failure and also negligence and stupidity. But
that's fair.
Yeah.
I'll be hitting you up like, hey man, help me.
Yeah.
That's literally how I got my start in engineering. I used to.
Dang.
There was a website called RadPad that I used to network with, and there were a bunch of people that from like Australia, India, the UK, and all those people. But they're like 17, 18, and so they didn't have enough money for actual stuff, and so they wanted to record music and they wanted to make it sound good. So they just recorded in like voice memos and then like recorded the phone over the YouTube beat, and then they sent it to me, and I
Came
had
out
to mix
good?
it through. No. but
Good enough.
Good experience.
Significantly better, and you really learn how to like really dig in and do your best to fix the audio quality of everything.
And with podcasts, we would just need the audio to work. So
Exactly.
I'm going to go back in my files and see if I can dig out that old shit I thought
you
I lost.
You got my IG? Send it over.
Oh,
You got it.
dang, Ron, sound like you about to work on a podcast or something. Huh?
Hey man, I stay working, whatever.
Yeah, you don't have time for this tiny little podcast. You got some real work to get going.
Hey man,
You got your work cut out for you.
Ernie is a well-oiled machine at this point, man.
That's right.
He make my job
That's right.
super easy.
Yeah.
He posts everything he needs to get
Are you-
done.
are
I don't
you
have
getting
to
any
follow
sleep?
up on him.
I try.
Yeah.
Nah, sometimes I fail, but I try.
I didn't say that because you look tired or anything. you constantly are putting out content.
Yeah, content, music, recording. I teach a content class at Trend. That's been cool. Living life, trying to have fun,
Yeah.
stay sane,
Yeah.
but it's a blast.
Yeah. Anything to put out to our Fort Worth listeners? Got any words of wisdom?
Man, I feel like
Drink water.
definitely hydrate. It's hot as hell. I feel like you got to prioritize what you want, and you get lifetime There's a lifetime for opportunities that are once in a lifetime. So you got to strike while the iron's hot. You got something going, keep going. You got something that pops off, and take full advantage of that. Because I mean, a year ago I didn't know I'd be doing any of this or any of this shit, and now it's like,
A year ago, I thought you would probably be doing something about what you're doing now because you're incredibly talented.
Appreciate that.
And I caught that in the kitchen at Jordan's house.
Hey, shout out Jay, shout out Forever Reckless.
Yes.
Shout out that birthday party.
Their episode, I actually just did a recording with them for the first time, and that drops tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's
Forever
awesome.
Reckless. Check it out.
Yeah.
Episode 163, 162,
They got a lot.
something like that.
They got a lot.
You working.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They're super dope.
Trying to keep up with Ernie. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, that's it. There's people that come up to me. They try and keep up, man. They try and test the king. They're like, man, I got it. You see them, they'll hang tight for about a week, but it's a consistency, man.
Who do you think local hip hop scene here in Fort Worth? Who's Ernie making sweat? Who's sweating because Ernie's progressing so fast?
I mean, the thing I always tell Ernie, this is going to be a cliche answer, but it makes sense. The thing I always tell Ernie is he's playing his own sport. So, like, everybody has their own model that they're trying to do and get famous. You know, some people might take the Spotify approach and might, run the Facebook ads, try and boost up that type of stuff. Other people might try and grab extra features, collaborations to try and, pair off the cloud off of that. What Ernie's doing as far as building up his own platform through content creation and then scaling up the music off of the content creation fan base, there's not really anybody else in the city doing. So it's not about making people sweat. It's just about kind of being innovative and finding a brand new approach to kind of make things pop.
I love that answer for several different reasons, but you owe him a gift card or something. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. Yeah, no, it's better whenever we collaborate together and we're not worried about who's number one.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the best mentality to go into, especially in a city like Fort Worth where everything is so collaborative.
Mm-hmm.
And none of us, especially Fort Worth roots, would be where we're at today if it wasn't for the collaboration inside the city.
Yeah.
Right.
So I love that.
Yeah. Everyone has their own lane.
Yeah,
Their own
we
sport.
all trying to eat,
Hey.
I mean, it's hip hop, so like we still competitive at the end of the day. Like we still
Everybody
watching it,
is.
but it's a
Yeah.
healthy level of competition. Like we're all trying to find ways to innovate, trying ways to break through the glass ceiling or however hard the ceiling might be and break out of the local artist mold and try and
Right.
scale everything.
Yeah.
So whatever model ends up working, like set the blueprint.
Yeah.
Love it. Ernie, where do people find your content, brother?
Man, okay. All my music is under It's Ernie on Instagram. That's ITSERNIE, then 2 underscores. Twitter, It's Ernie. Facebook, It's Ernie. TikTok, It's Ernie. For my Crazy Bars I've Heard content, my Instagram is Crazy Bars I've Heard. I'm on Threads as well. Just hit the IG. On Spotify, Apple Music, just type in ITSERNIE. You'll find all my music there. And yeah, tap in, hit me up.
And for our listeners that don't know yet, you need to check this out. If you're one of the people that maybe you're not inclined to listen to hip hop, you should give Ernie a look.
Yeah.
It's different than anything you've ever heard.
Appreciate
Excellent music.
that. Yeah.
And Roane, what you got, man? Where can we find you?
Hey man, it's your boy Roane, the Fort Worth Swiss Army knife. Just find me on Instagram at Roane Music, ROANE Music. You can find me literally through all of Ernie's pages. Any of the artists I manage, you can find me through there. I'm not a difficult person to track down.
Excellent. I'm surprised we bumped into each other so late in the game.
No.
All right, guys, thank y'all so much. And can I get you guys at the studio sometime in the near future? We'll do like a 4-hour long episode.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else to tell these folks before we get out of here?
Nah. Stay blessed. Stay cool.
All right. We'll see you next week, folks.
Ernie.
Another huge thank you to It's Ernie on Instagram, It's Ernie _ and his partner Roane at Roane Music, Roane Music on Instagram. That will be in the show notes. Thank you guys very much. It's always an honor to get invited out to events like this. So a big shout out to Octavio, aka Tavo the Trill. Thank you for having us out. And Ernie, Roane, thank you for sitting down and doing this recording with me. I hope we get to do another one with you real soon. And one more time, thank you guys for coming out Saturday to support this event. We only do it once a year, and the weather, man, it was a little bit of a bummer. It drug everybody down. The heat was just unimaginable. So we did everything we could. There was a lot of shade out there. We had a mister system going, fans all over the place. But sometimes if you go toe to toe with that Texas heat and try to stand out there for 7 hours, it's bad. So, but we did it. We accomplished our goal. We had a lot of fun. A lot of really awesome Fort Worth legends were out there this Saturday. And if you were among that group of people, we appreciate you so much for braving the elements and supporting our little charity outreach big annual event. So thank you so much. And we're going to do it again, guys. We're going to do it again next year. And I don't know. We're still debating whether or not moving the date would make any sense because, man, you just never know what you're going to get with this Texas heat. This week last year, it was like low 80s. But the week before, when we did it last year, it was like 88 degrees. And we were thinking, man, this is just too hot. And this year we got triple digits. So you just don't know what you're going to get. But we will adjust. We'll find different ways to make it more accommodating for our friends to come out there and have a good time. But this year's event was awesome. We had Jay Birds finish us out, and before that we had Cassandra May Laurence, Itchy Richie and the Burning Sensations, and Late to the Station. And we had some excellent star power show up just to visit. Some Fort Worth royalty showed up to show their support. So I'm not going to name drop, but I should name drop. We had some really awesome folk out there. And if you were one of those people, thank you so much. Each and every one of you that came out and showed your support, we appreciate you immensely. Thank you. All right. What else we got? About to rattle off all these sponsors, these wonderful sponsors that have helped us put on these events and keep the show going. And before we do that, I just want to put something in the back of your head. We're going to be doing a not grand opening. I think that's probably maybe what we're going to call it. It's going to be a Christmas party / first time we're inviting everybody out to the studio. So I've got some work cut out for me. It's going to be very grassroots. We're not going to spend any money on this. We're just going to invite you out, probably have a couple bands play, and just do a little meet and greet, let people check out the studio, and have a good time. Very low key. Very low key. Just keep that in mind. It's going to be very low key. Maybe we'll just call it the low key event. I don't know. I'll work on it. Okay. Well, thank you all so much for listening to this episode. Again, thank you if you came out to the event. And listen, if you didn't make it out this year, it's okay. We're going to do it again. FWR 24 is in the works as we speak. All right. Let's talk about these sponsors real quick. Body Machine Fitness and Work It Off. They're located at the Left Bank Shopping Center over there off of 7th Street, just across from Trinity Park. They offer a truly one-of-a-kind fitness experience. Your first class has already been paid for. Go to bodymachinefitness.com to schedule your first high-energy strength group fitness class with best-in-industry trainers, cutting-edge audio and lighting systems. Show up early or stay after the class for the IR sauna and nutritious snacks in the lobby. And we have been telling you guys for a long time, if you want us to go with you, we have a membership. We go to Body Machine Fitness. We love it there. Holler at me, media@fortworthroots.com is our email, or you can DM us on any of the social media. If you want us to go with you to one of these classes, we will definitely do it. That would be awesome. So let us know whenever you get signed up for one of these classes that have already been paid for at bodymachinefitness.com, and we'll see if we can't make our schedules line up. And then after you've done all that hard work, you deserve a beer. You should go to McFly's Pub. And it's over by the base. It's 6104 LTJG Barnett Road. It is a 1980s Back to the Future themed bar with a very impressive outdoor area. They've got all sorts of activities there. It's very chill. Their air conditioner is great. You walk into this place from that hot Texas summer heat, and you're going to forget how hot it was within 15 seconds. Great air conditioner in there. Wonderful drinks. Really good vibe. Go check it out. Again, that's McFly's Pub over there by the military base just outside of downtown Fort Worth. Tell them that you heard about them on the Fort Worth Roots podcast. Wood Post Metalworks. You can go to woodpostmetalworks.com, offer code podcast817. They are in the process of plasma cutting a really badass sign for the studio. It's going to be plasma cut. It's going to look cool. It's also going to be LED backlit. I think there's 2 colors in it. It's going to have 2 different layers to the LED backlighting. It's going to be sick. So we're really looking forward to that. Can't wait to show you guys. But Wood Post Metalworks, that's what they specialize in. Metal signs with or without LED backlighting, fence and gate repair or installation, light steel fabrication, industrial plasma cutting, and more. Houck Walker Originals is going to be out at the September 23rd event that we've got going on there at Pouring Glory. They offer a huge variety of unique and personalized gifts, also laser engraving to customize just about anything you can think of. Last year we had these really cool tumblers with our logo on them. We're going to have them this year, but we're going to have more of them this year. So if you didn't get one of these really cool stainless steel tumblers last year with our logo on it, come hang out with us this year. Let's see if we can't get you one. Roofing Solutions by Darren Houck. We talked about them at the beginning of the episode. The Houck family has really taken care of this podcast for a very, very long time, and we would not be here without them. And so, of course, I'm going to say good things about them, so don't take my word for it. Go look it up yourself. Roofing Solutions by Darren Houck has the best rating out of the 4,000 roofers in DFW. That's not an arbitrary number. There are 4,000 registered roofers in DFW. How are you going to pick the right one? Well, you listen to the Fort Worth Roots podcast, so you got a leg up on most people. But Roofing Solutions by Darren Houck has got the best rating in our community. Check any platform you want. Go check it out. Roofing Solutions by Darren Houck. You can get them roofingsolutionsHouck.com, or you can give them a call, 817-882-6520. And don't forget, you get 50% off for being a for being a Fort Worth Roots podcast listener. All right, who else? Who did we not talk about yet? I know we got to talk about our friends Cowtown Nutrition, located at 5430 River Oaks Blvd. They offer a healthy alternative to that compulsory fast food craving. You can also load up on your favorite Herbalife products and learn about their fitness groups that they hold on location at Cowtown Nutrition. Check them out on Instagram at Cowtown_nutrition. Thank y'all for listening to this episode. We will see you next week. Love you. Bye.